Howdy, this is Immortallium here, and today I'm going to be doing my 24-hour movie marathon. One of the things that surprised me actually is that I was expecting a lot more 24-hour movie marathon videos to be uploaded. There doesn't seem to be much right now so far. Uh, there was a very good one by this guy called The Visual Expression, and that was pretty good. And two other guys, what was their names? Well, I've commented on both of their videos, so you should probably know. But besides that, I don't think there's been anyone else, which is quite a surprise so far. I was expecting a lot more. But now I'm going to be making my contribution anyway, so that's going to be awesome. So I'll just show you the setup so far. We have my water here to keep me hydrated. We've got my wipes for the glasses. Can get a bit fogged up. This is particularly interesting now. This I'm doing a course in college right now, well, a module called film language. So I'm going to be taking notes on some of the movies that on all the movies actually that I'm doing right now. So that'll be great. Got my heater here because this room it can get particularly cold. It's already on. It's producing some nice glorious heat. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. So yeah, so I'm gonna pick out a movie now and gonna get started. Oh, just before I forget, how is this whole timing thing gonna work is probably what you're all wondering. So basically I'm gonna be using my watch to track the time. It has this feature called stopwatch, and it'll time it up, but once it hits 24 hours it resets. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the stopwatch going during it, and you know, it's going to reset at the very end. So you know, I'll show you like, I don't know, 8 hours, 17 hours, something like that, and then it'll hit like, it'll be like as if it started up again. So you just have to take my word that I didn't cheat or anything. Okay, cool. So let's get started. Okay, so I've got my first movie picked out. It's going to be hitting the 3 hour, well, over 3 hour criteria. And that is, not sure if you can see it there. Might be easier just to show you the box. Das Boot, the director's cut. That comes out to about, what does it say, 3 hours and 20 minutes. So yeah, that definitely hits the mark. So gonna try that out. I know it's one of Ryan Chataway's favourite films, so gonna be looking forward to see what I think of it. I hear it's pretty epic. So yeah, gonna hit play and start the stopwatch at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but you know. Starting it up. There we go. So I might come back to you during the movie and we'll see how I'm going. So just restarting the movie actually. I was about 7 minutes in when I was starting to realise that people's lips weren't synced correctly. So I took a look at the back of the box and it said English and German. So I've just switched it over to German now actually. It was going very good, it's just the problem was the lip syncing was starting to annoy me, so yeah, I'm going to try the German and see if that works better. With English subtitles, of course. I mean, I can't speak German. So yeah, it was very good so far. I was enjoying it. The lip syncing. It annoys me in live action movies, you know, non-animated, when they're dubbed, because they can never be truly convincing. Best live action dub I've ever seen probably would be Good, Bad and the Ugly, in which I think out of like the 3 hours or whatever, it was only like twice that I spotted that it was a dub or anything. We have so just starting up again with our shot of the submarine. So I'll report back to you during the movie or maybe after, I don't know. So see you then. Yeah, this is about the bit where I realised that the English dub wasn't going good. And yeah, the German one's going quite good so far. So I'm very pleased that I switched over. Okay, so just telling you that liking the German more than the English right now. So I'll get back to you. They've just encountered a destroyer. And it's really tense right now. It's going very good actually. I'm really liking it. So I finally finished that boot. Whew. Okay, just one sec. Gotta fix the zoom here. There we go. Whew. Okay, so I got Das Boot out of the way. That's the 3-hour movie one. Very good movie. My only issue with it was that I wish we got a bit more connected with the characters. Well, but besides that, it was a very good movie. It was very well made, very well directed, very well paced. The only thing, as I said before, is that I wish that the characters might have been a bit more developed, just so that when everything happens to them, you know, that there's a bit more emotion involved. But it's a very good movie, very good. You know, the action set pieces are great. The acting is great. It is a very good movie, in fairness. So that's my first movie out of the way. And what time is it now? Let's see, it's okay, 3 hours and 25 minutes have passed since I've started this. The actual time is 1:43. So that means I should go make my food now. So yeah. So after that movie, I feel like eating some food. Let's see. There we go. And what I'll have is a roll with some butter and turkey. Excellent. I'm absolutely starved after that movie. So, just one sec. I'll just... Yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing. Okay, so basically, I have this roll here. Oh god, I'm already a little tired. Glad I chose that movie to do first, because actually there's a lot of sleeping in it. So, yeah. There we go. There we go. I'm looking forward to eating a bit of food after that. You know, there was a lot of in the submarine when they were in their quarters and all that. You kept seeing food all over the place, and I was like to myself, "Gee, I really want some food." I was like, "Nah, I want to see the movie, finish the movie first." You might be hearing some music or something. I'm not sure where that music's coming from. Let's just sort that out. Ah, yeah, this looks delicious. Yeah, I'm really starved after that movie. I'm trying to decide what to do next. Maybe I should tackle the best picture next. I've already chosen, actually. I've decided to go with the one that was recommended to me on my suggestions video. That's good. If you're wondering which one that is, it was recommended to me by 2 people, but it was recommended as best picture by one, but by another. I'm surprised at this, as a movie that they have no interest in. And I was like, what? No interest? That's hard to imagine. So I'll be doing it in the category of Best Picture. Okay, that's enough bottle. Yep. And the movie that I've chosen is The King's Speech, in case you didn't guess. Now, last time I saw The King's Speech was back when it was released. What was that now? Like, I think it was about 2012 over here when it was released. So, yeah, that looks delicious. There we go. Yeah, that should probably do. I'll leave a little bit of meat in case I need some later. Yeah. Excellent. So to show you the delicious finished product. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna enjoy eating this. Also, my favorite crisps I'm gonna have as well. Which are? Yeah, these are an Irish made crisps thing. It's chipsticks. So I'm not surprised that most of you haven't heard of it. Anyone from Ireland should have heard of it though. It's very popular. So yeah, let's go watch The King's Speech. Yeah, that's right. Right. Just setting up there now. I'll just give you a quick rundown. I really like King's Speech. As I said, I haven't seen it actually since the theatrical release.
I'm Henrietta.
One sec, ad. Wonder what that ad is for. Anyway, point is, I'm actually very curious now as to what movie this is. This one's if I had to pick a movie from that year to have won Best Picture, it would have been Black Swan. Which movie is this? Don't know it. I don't care for it either. But you know, Black Swan was amazing. But I really like King's Speech as well. Oh, The Woman in Black is another one. Yeah. Seen that as well. Good movie. I didn't love it, like, but I liked it. Okay. I'd say it's about to come up because it's talking about interviews and everything. Yeah. There's the music. And as you can see, The King's Speech. Yeah, so I really like this movie, if I recall correctly. I'll see what I think of it a while ago. I do agree definitely that Colin Firth was definitely deserving of that Oscar he won. He's fantastic in this.
I meet you today in circumstances which are
So that's done. That was The King's Speech. Oh, God, I need to stretch. Just one sec. Let's see if I can put you up on a good vantage point. There we go. Ooh, God. Yeah, this this works actually very well. So, what did I think of the King's speech? Well, it's very good. One thing I'd actually forgotten was that it was quite funny, actually. There's a lot of very strong and clever lines from, what was their names again? Just give me one sec. Jeffrey Rush and Colin Firth, that was it. And Helena Bonham Carter, she played a very different role to her usual role. You know, she's usually quite manic, always crazy acting. But in this, she's very kind of subtle and proper, elegant. It is a very good movie. As I said before, though, I wouldn't have put that above Black Swan for that year. But besides that, it is a very good film. Very highly recommended. And I recommend, if the guy who commented on my suggestions video, you know, he said that for a movie that someone wouldn't have any interest in, being the King's Speech, I say to him, give it a go. Just, you know, give it a go and just see if you like it. I'm sure you will. It's a very good movie. So that's my best picture out of the way. After that, all I've been doing so far is category ones. I'm thinking the next one I do should be a little different. The two categories I still have left to do are my favorite film, or one of my favorites, and what was the other one again? Just one sec. Oh yeah, a film I have no interest in. So I am gonna do that at some point. I have a film picked out for each. You'll be particularly interested in the one I have no interest in. Picked out actually for me by a friend, but haven't gotten to that yet. So yeah, I have an idea for maybe what the next movie should be. I hope it isn't too much of a surprise. I'm sure it should be relatively well known within a certain genre. So I might give that a go. So yeah. But before that though, I'm just going to take a little quick break, okay? Okay, I've decided what my next movie will be. What's really got... Okay, how can I put this? I've got a kind of a hankering to see this movie since, basically, you know, Toonami came back in America recently, and they were, for the first time, actually, as part of their anniversary of coming back, they, in celebration, they aired a movie. So I was thinking to myself, well, I want to watch one of the movies that is part of that series. Now, I think what I'll do now is its sequel. Maybe I'll do the original in a while, but right now I'm in the mood for seeing part 2 of it. And what is it? Well, it is none other than the second Evangelion movie of Rebuild. I've only seen this movie once actually, and I've been meaning to see it again because it's actually a really good movie. Just in case any of you guys are curious as to my experience with the Evangelion franchise, how can I put this now? I saw the first Rebuild of Evangelion movie first, and I enjoyed it. Of course, Shinji was annoying, but you know, who doesn't think that? And then afterwards, I joined an anime society of CIT, the college I go to, and I was able to borrow the rest of Neon Genesis Evangelion, which was the complete 26 episodes, the 2 movies, then Death and Rebirth and End of Evangelion. And I thought it was good. I mean, it wasn't anything amazing, I thought. I mean, it starts out a bit kind of... It's fun, but it's kind of a normal robot thing. And then it gets progressively more psychological, and those bits are more kind of interesting. But then the whole... what else? Like, it kind of became a bit nonsensical. Okay, it's definitely nonsensical at the end of the TV series. At the end of the movie, End of Evangelion, it is kind of odd ending. you can probably, like, if you really want to look in deep, you can. I'm sure loads of people have loads of theories on what happened, but it didn't do much for me, to be honest. But I then after that got the collector's edition of Neon Genesis Evangelion 2.22, and I thought it was pretty good, to be honest. I thought it was actually very good. I thought it was an improvement on the TV series. I thought it was more emotional, more sensical, etc., etc. So yeah, definitely want to rewatch this, see if my opinion has changed since I've seen the TV series. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you have your very funky kind of menu system. Funky is it not in the design of it, but more is in the choice of music and imagery. So gonna be starting that now. So I'll show you a couple of scenes from the movie, and maybe even talk a bit about it during the movie. I don't think I've been talking much during the movie before, so I'll try to rectify that if I can. Well, that's the end of, well, not quite the end actually. God, what a movie. Basically, there's gonna be a quick scene after this. I'm just gonna let the credits run by, and then I won't let you see the end because, you know, that's the whole, you know, that would spoil the rest of the movie and all that. So basically, what are my opinions on this movie? Well, I was thinking about it actually during the show, well, the movie. And one thing that occurred to me actually is this movie is very much like going to church, in that you start thinking of questions and answers and all that you wouldn't normally think of. They're more theological, they're more abstract, they're kind of odd and funky. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is a really good movie actually. I wasn't too keen, as I was saying before, on the original TV series, but I think the rebuild movies so far that I've seen are fantastic and awesome. So I'm really looking forward to number 3. Now number 3 is out in Japan, and it's obviously going to be licensed by Funimation. I mean, it's such a profitable series for them so far that there's no chance that they're going to pass the opportunity to get it. The only problem is, of course, that it's going to take ages for it to arrive, and for them to dub it, and then to release it, then for it to get to Australia from America, and then from Australia to the UK. So yeah, I'm going to have to wait a good while for 3.33, and that's not even the end. So how annoying, how annoying. But yeah, it's a fabulous movie. Brilliant voice cast in the English. I watched it in English, but I'm sure the Japanese is as good. I just wanted to focus more on the visuals. And you have your fantastic robot action. You have all these odd kind of religious, theological kind of references and usage and everything. It's a fabulous movie. Only thing I was wondering actually as I was watching it, the English dub contains a good bit of swearing, and I'm not sure what Adult Swim's policy is on that. I mean, the way it's appeared to be, like, I saw that trailer for what's it called, Dead Man Wonderland, and it was censored. The cursing, you know, was beep. So I don't know. But excellent. It's an excellent movie, and I highly recommend you get it. I suspect I'm about to see the scene now, so one sec. Yeah, okay, so that scene just finished up. Basically a big teaser. So yeah, that's quite annoying. Yeah, I think what I'll do now is I'll mix myself some dinner. And then afterwards I'm probably going to watch my, one of my favourite films. I'll just give it a quick, I'll actually tell you now before we do the show, the cooking and all that. Just one sec. A lot of flashing lights there, which I'll just put this back into the box. There we go. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. I'll just give you a quick rundown on the next movie and why I decided to pick it. It's one of my favorites. I really love this movie. But unfortunately, the director of this movie hasn't really done much else good, but he did this one amazing. It's called The Devil's Rejects. And one of the reasons that I chose in particular to pick this movie of my favorites is because in my film language module in college, I'm actually going to have to pick out a scene from it, and I'm going to have to explain why it's art, why it's great filmmaking, etc, etc. Can't really see my hands there. One sec, maybe I'll just kind of hunch over. There we go, there's my handsome mug. Okay, yeah, the hands. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's my main reason for picking this then. That I'm gonna have to do a presentation on it after Easter holidays are over, so I was thinking, why not watch it again and, you know, remind myself of why I love this movie, why I think it's so good that I should do a presentation on why it's art and brilliance and all that jazz. So yeah, but before that I'm gonna make the food, so yeah, okay. Hey, so you might be wondering, well, what is Immortallium gonna be making to eat for dinner? And what I'm gonna be eating is my favorite food, which is spaghetti bolognese. So that's going to be fairly awesome. So what am I going to use in my bolognese sauce? Because I know people use it differently. Well, we first of all have the mince, of course. Then we have our tomatoes. And then the al mayo, which is a, how can I put this now? It's a sauce and it has extra mushrooms. So it's not particularly elaborate or anything. I mean, it's not crazy kind of tons of different ingredients. It's fairly plain, but yeah. Oh, just one sec. Stirring the meat. I love it though. It's my favorite food ever. So I'm gonna be celebrating tonight, watching movies and eating my favorite food. Nothing better than that. So I'll get back to you in a sec. So the next thing to do after making it all nice and brown is, of course, to get rid of the fattening, you know, oil. So gonna do that right now. I was actually thinking while I was doing this that it's actually rather similar to what the Visual Expression was making. That funky kind of Mexican food. Which looks very nice actually. I should try that at some point. Thanks for that Visual Expression. So I can't do this with one hand, so I'll need to do it and then come back. So now that I've gotten all that fattening sauce out, or oil or whatever, the next thing to do is to add them tomatoes. So I'm gonna use this to open up the can. Sure, yep. Yeah, I doubt this is going to beat Zaranizrak for making ribs, but I think it's a decent little thing to learn. You know how to make bolognese. It's not complicated or anything. So, I'll just show you it going in. There we go. Can you see it? There we go. So we just mix that in. Oh yeah, better put it onto the proper ring. And then we let that just cook slightly. Mix it nice and in. There we go. And then we add our Dallameo. So just 1 second. Okay. So then, I know this seems a little excessive, but I like to put in all of this sauce. There we go. That's how it looks now. Yeah. Actually, Zarenizer, like you mentioned, I'd love to see, you know, what was it, cooking with Zarenizer. Like, that'd be a fantastic little feature. There we go, we mix it in. Get it nice and mixed up. And that's when we start the pasta. So just 1 second, I'm gonna get the... Oh, water's gone a little cold, just 1 sec. Oops, I want to put a lid on this. Let's see. This net. Just let it simmer away for a while. Okay, water's almost done. Once you hear the click, yeah, there we go. Ooh, steamed up my glasses there. Yep, that's plenty of water. There we go. So I would just let it kind of just soak the water in. It'll become bendy and all that, and I'll be able to push the rest of it in. So I'm just going to let this simmer away, and I'll catch back to you in a sec. At this point, there's very little to be done actually. I just might actually be a good idea to actually get everything set up for the next stage. So that's what I'm going to do. Just going to leave these boiling away and cooking away. Ah, there we go. Doesn't that look delicious? Oh, it looks divine to me. Okay, so on to the next movie. I'm gonna go set that up. 1 second. And just in case you were wondering, no, I wasn't. That isn't all the meat that was there. I left a little for tomorrow as well, so I won't have to cook tomorrow, which is glorious, of course. So, yeah. So it's setting up, and my camera is running low on power, so I'm actually gonna have to charge it during the movie. Devils. So we have that piracy ad. I'm strongly opposed to piracy, but I'm also strongly opposed to putting in anything that can't be skipped before a movie. So, yeah. So, not sure if I'll get an opportunity to show you a bit of Devil's Rejects, but I have to prioritize charging. So, this might be, it might be after the movie, next time you see me, so, yeah. Well, that's the Devil's Rejects. Awesome movie. I was actually, 1 second, I have to zoom again. I have to zoom in when I'm looking at the television, you see. One thing I was thinking about actually when I was watching it was what's really amazing about this movie is the fact that there's no good guys in it, really. I mean, okay, I guess you can call John Wydell, the sheriff, a good guy at the beginning, but then he really takes on that phrase, you know, when you hunt monsters, don't become one in the process, you know? I mean, he becomes a real monster. So, it's an amazing movie, actually, when you think about it. I mean, all the characters are instantly unlikable, and yet it's gripping as well. A lot of comedy instances and intense kind of country music and everything might actually have a big influence on its likability. It really works, really. I mean, I'd say yeah, it's definitely earned its place as one of my top films. I know I can see why a lot of people wouldn't be too keen on it. I mean, it's brutal, it's malicious, it's, as I said, the characters are hateable, all of them. Like, I mean, there's pretty much no likable characters in it whatsoever, and yet it really works. Like, I mean, that's amazing when you think about it. Haven't decided what my next movie will be. I have one category left. It's that one, what's it called? A film you have no interest in seeing. So, I'm going to do that in a while, but before I show you what movie I've picked to do that one, I'm going to watch another movie before that. So, yeah. Just give me 1 sec and I'll have picked out a movie to watch.